So in another video, I've showed you how to add a candidate from a CV that you have downloaded. Now there is another option with Talisman, which leads to you making bulk processing of CVs very efficient. So we call it our CV queue. It has its own specific email address. So it has its email address that is your system specific. And that's the email address that if you send CVs to, they'll appear in a queue. Okay, so they'll appear in what we call CV queue. Now, you can filter by the email address that the CV was sent from. So if you as a consultant have sent an email, have sent a CV to the CV queue, it will show up under your little search here. But it just so happens that my administrator account on this system isn't linked to my email address. So if I clear the selections and list all of the consultants, I can see all of them. So the process for adding from the CV queue is very similar to adding from add candidate as normal. What I would do is any one of these CVs can be added, and I would just go to click process on one of the CVs. Okay, so I can see that one has a candidate number and the other ones don't. So if I click process on Jack here, it will then, the very first thing it will do is trawl the database to see if Jack already exists. So if he's got a matching email on the system, matching telephone number, or any details that feel like he could be on the system. Now, if it can't find one that it thinks is matching, it won't take you to a duplicate screen where it says select the right one. But if it could find one, it would say select the candidate that you think, so make sure that it's not one of these candidates already. So what it then does is take me to the normal add candidate wizard. And if I complete it as I did in the add candidate video, you'll be able to see that it's exactly the same process as adding a candidate from the add candidate wizard. Okay, so that's the CV queue. Once I've uploaded a CV and I've got to this stage, it's actually gone past the duplicate side of things, and it won't. And then all I have to do is click next. Okay, and it will go through the same process that I showed you earlier, editing on adding a candidate, and then it will create the candidate record. Okay, so I've showed you that in a previous video. So back to the CV queue. Let's just show you what happens when a candidate is already on the system from a CV that's come in. So Jackie, we know, is already on the system. If I click process, it will then say there's a possible duplicate of the candidate. Okay, so it's got two tabs here, and it says which candidate do I want to take forward as the correct candidate. And if I say that I'll use this candidate, then I can click next, and it will simply go through the update of the candidate CV. Okay, so it will then tell me there are a few different things on the candidate CV, and do I want to update them? And if I click next to update them, it will then change the candidate's record accordingly. If there are no change of details, it won't make any difference, and it won't show me this show me this screen.